The Gek are one of the main sentient species of the No Man's Sky universe. The Gek, an amphibious species, are native to the water-rich system known as Balaron, which resides close to the centre of the galaxy. Despite the long history of their ancestors, the Gek are now a commercial trading race rather than a domineering, warrior-like race that attempted to conquer the galaxy, to ultimately be defeated by the Sentinels in the end, which turned them into what they are today. There are hundreds of different appearances that the Gek can have, but in general the species as a whole is very short in stature, containing bird-like features such as a beak, which in some cases may have metal plating. As well as this, all members of the Gek species are bipedal with claw-like fingers. The Gek are part of a genus of fauna known as the Morgara. Species of this genus are all bipedal and have 2 arms. As well as this, there are some wild, almost primal Gek-like creatures that can be found on planets that some speculate to be a break-off of the original Gek species that never matured into what the main species is today. As can be read in the script of the Gek, it is revealed that the Gek give birth to live, immature young, known as porwiggles, into a body of water, which the Gek call the spawning syrup, where they all grow together to maturity. Before the Sentinels beat the Gek Dominion and changed their ways forever, the Gek would even go as far as to slaughter those young who they saw as being weak. The total life expectancy of a Gek, however, is unknown at this point in time. As the Gek is now a trading race, they are usually very corporate in their mannerisms, meaning that the first time that you encounter an attempt to speak to one, it is highly likely that you will have to use units to negotiate a response. As well as this, most Gek titles include trading or industrial related words, such as attendant, broker, etc. In total, there are 17 different titles that indicate an individual Gek's status within their society's hierarchy. In terms of the language of the Gek and how they speak, they mostly communicate through a series of both verbal clicks as well as through different olfactory means, meaning that when in conversation, you have to be careful to observe what particular aromas are being given off by the creature to communicate to you in a conversation. To control this, a large percentage of Gek use a wide range of dietary additives such as Geknip, which allows them to use a very specific smell that they would like to emit into a conversation in order to provoke certain and specific emotional responses from those that they talk to. In order to gain reputation within the Gek society, the player has to do things that will please the species, such as assisting a Gek in distress or even reporting crimes made by others of the species. By completing different tasks for the Gek and making correct and informed decisions, your standing with them can slowly grow until you reach the highest tier of reputation, a partner, which will even allow you to have a small amount of influence on the prices of Gek-operated space stations. Originally, the Gek was a species of religiously violent and bloodthirsty individuals that aimed to slaughter the entire galaxy, made those who remained slaves, and ruled the First Spawn Empire. They were very religious and almost demonic about their ways, involving in their culture acts such as demonic practices and rituals, witchcraft, as well as sacrificial ceremonies. However, the Gek Dominion's plan to conquer the galaxy would not succeed as easily as they had planned, as the Sentinels made their way into the galaxy, clashing with the Vy'keen, while the Gek Dominion plotted their next move. In the shadows of this war, the Gek Dominion secretly enslaved the majority of the Korvax, using the bodies of those that died to strip and melt them down to produce more equipment for the war. However, their efforts were in vain, as the Sentinels eventually defeated the Gek Dominion, making them obey their command and eventually turning them into the commercial trading race that they are today. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to like, subscribe and hit that bell notification icon if you never want to miss another upload from Project Archivist. If you want to support the channel, then you can do so by becoming a channel member through the join button on the channel homepage. There is also a link in the description. And with that, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.